Hi, in this video, we are going to talk of 8 tips that can enhance the life of your transformer by almost 47%. This is Sushant Gupta from Recon's Power. The first thing that you should keep in mind is the loading. Now, loading of a transformer should be done at max to the 80% level of your actual load consumption. It should not exceed beyond 80%. In case it is happening, then it should be avoided, and one should compare the actual running load versus kVA capacity of the transformer. Ideally, it should be kept at 80% to increase or enhance the life of the transformer for a longer period of time, and it can also reduce the running losses of the transformer. Second thing to keep in mind is the connections. Now, connections of the transformers are done on HT as well as LT side. These connections are supposed to be tightly connected, but in some situations where the connections are not done appropriately, it can create some local heating points and which can increase the temperature of the transformer, thereby increasing the losses and decreasing the life of the same. Along with this, the cables which are connected should also be checked whether they are properly crimped or not, because if they are not, then there can be local heating spots in the cable itself and which can increase the temperature, thereby decreasing the life of the transformer. Third point that one should take care of is the leakages. Now, leakages in a transformer can happen due to any accidental situation, or maybe the surface of the transformer is getting corroded due to some rusting. So this should be taken care on periodic basis whether any leakages or seepages are happening on the surface or the edges of the transformer. If it is happening, it should be applied with the proper chemical so that the leakages or the seepages are stopped. Otherwise, it can lead to decrease in the oil quantity of the transformer, and which can increase the losses, thereby decreasing the life of the transformer. Fourth point that one should take care of is the rusting. Now, rusting is quite a common phenomenon these days because of the corrosive atmosphere. This should be taken care on periodic basis whether any rusting is developing on the surface or the edges of the transformer, and if it is found, it should be taken care by applying some chemical or some paint which can further avoid any rusting phenomena. This, if left otherwise, can increase the tendency of a transformer to develop some seepages over the period of time, which can eventually lead to lessening the oil quantity and thereby increasing the temperature of the transformer. After this, one should take care of the cooling and ventilation of the transformer. Now, generally oil-cooled transformers are placed in an open area where air is available to naturally cool down and bring the temperature to an optimum level of the transformer. Similarly, in case of dry type transformers, there are ventilating fans which control the temperature of the transformer. So, careful observation should be made whether the atmospheric air which is there is appropriately available for the transformer or not, and the fans which are there in case of dry type transformers, are they working properly or not, because if it is not, then the temperature of the transformer will unnecessarily go high, and this can actually create more losses and thereby decreasing the life of the transformer. So this should be taken care. Even in case some transformers are placed indoors, there also an appropriate space margin should be there so that the air is well circulated around the transformer, maintaining the temperature of the same. Sixth point is the cleanliness. Now, in this, a transformer has to be installed on a platform which is generally 2 feet above the ground level, and this is done to avoid any direct contact of the transformer tank body with any water accumulation or any dust accumulation on the surface. Along with this, one should also check for any sludge development on the surface or the connections of the transformer, which can happen due to moisture and dust getting accumulated over the period of time. Along with this, we should also take care of proper fencing of the transformer to avoid any fatal accidents which might happen due to a direct contact of any human being, animal or bird with the transformer. This can also prove to be very fatal, so one should take care of these points while installing the transformer. Seventh point is the silica gel. Silica gel is installed in a transformer to monitor the moisture content of the oil, which can develop some moisture contents in it. So this color of the silica gel converts from blue to pink. This happens because the transformer has a tendency of breathing, and over the period of time, the oil can accumulate some moisture content in it. So if found, one has to get the oil dehydrated, as well as the silica gel needs to be replaced. Now, this brings us to the last point where the oil dehydration has to be taken care after 3 to 5 years of service life. Transformer has a tendency of breathing, and over the period of time, if the transformer has absorbed some moisture content in it, this has to be dehydrated, because otherwise the level of the insulation will go down and this can actually decrease the life of the transformer. So one should get the transformer oil dehydrated. This will improve the insulation level in the oil itself as well as the paper which is covering the copper. Now at these points, certainly you can improve the life of your transformer by 47%. I hope you like the video.